So what was wrong with what I said?
I'm just getting into the live because I was listening on the go.
Okay.
So
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Do you have any question or anything?
My question would be, if I'm currently dating a guy that I consider to be a Henry, what would be the best thing that I could do to keep his attention?
You consider him to be a Henry?
Yes.
How old is he?
He's 23. He's about to be 24 in a month.
He's 23, about to be 24?
Yes.
And what do you want? What's the outcome you want with the man?
Marriage.
Okay. You want to be married. You want children?
Yes, sir.
So, you know what I've said about men who are under 30. They're not really in process or ready to be married.
Yeah, I know.
Does he want to be married?
I think so.
See, does this sound like it makes sense to you?
Because we've been dating for maybe 6 months now.
Okay. He's 23. Is he in college?
No, he graduated with his
Okay, what does he do?
He's into tech. He's like a tech guy.
Uh-huh. And you guys have been together how long?
6 months, like a little bit more than 6 months.
Well, if you want to be married, why are you dealing with a 23-year-old guy?
Because I'm attracted to him.
Is that what you pick a man? Is that how you pick a husband?
No, but
Well, there's no but. If he was unattractive, would you be trying to fight to keep him?
No.
So you're picking him based on looks?
No, actually I'm not. It's like a lot of other things that is like the reason why I do like him. But I am attracted to him though.
Okay. What does your father think about it?
I don't really know my dad.
Thank you. If you brought this young thorough man around your father, would a father be willing to turn his daughter over to a man who is young?
No.
So why are we talking? I mean, you know what I'm going to say.
So I should be dating older men?
Well, no. You know what I'm going to say. Before I said it, why did you need me to tell you that?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
I was just hoping that maybe it was like a little advice that it was a little simple. Maybe I could give gifts a little bit more, like pay attention.
Oh, you want me to tell you what you wanted to hear? Because you already got your mind made up. So you really weren't asking me something. You were asking me to tell you something to fit what you've already wanted to hear.
Because I like this guy and I don't think that I want to date anymore.
So you're lazy?
No, I'm not lazy. I'm not. I just
Does he want to marry you?
Yeah.
I heard the yes. A nodding of the head does not say yes. That says I'm too embarrassed to say no, so I hope you go to the next question.
I don't know if it's a yes or no. I don't want to say.
Then why are you dealing with a man that you don't know if he wants to marry you?
That's true. So maybe I should only date men that want to be married?
Well, I don't even know if you're a wife yet because you're not moving like one. What you sound like a nice young lady, and you sound like a typical woman. You pick a man that you like, and he makes you tingle. And then you find ways to make guys who are not husbands fit. And then you end up being with them for a year, 2 years, and it ends the way it was always going to end. Then you get out here and you start dating again, and you're rusty. And then next thing you know, you mess around. You were 27 years old and had 3 relationships, all a year and a half, 2 years. None of them worked. Then you reach around 30 and you're angry because you mismanaged your 20s. Instead of saying, number one, am I a wife? Are you a wife?
Yes.
Were you raised to be a wife?
I think so.
Was your mother married?
The woman that raised me was married.
That's a mother.
Right. So, in a sense, yeah, I was raised to become or learn how to be a wife.
You were raised to be a wife.
Yes.
Did you have any brothers?
No, I'm the only child.
Okay. How long were you with the woman that raised you?
10 years.
So what are some things was she married?
Yes.
Was she married when they took you in?
No, she got married, like inside of me being with her.
So I'm not hearing a woman that was raised to be married.
So in my opinion, I've seen the differences of her being a single woman, and then I've seen how she changed.
You watched a woman, but were you trained? Do you know how to cook?
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. Can somebody learn how to cook simply by watching you prepare food?
I don't know. I never tried that.
Can you ride a bicycle by watching someone else ride a bicycle, even if they're a pro?
No, I would have to like take
Right, you would have to be taught.
Right.
See, this is why, whether you like it or not, that mean old patriarchy and fathers, this is why fathers exist, because women pick poorly. You pick in your feelings. Everything I've asked you is a logical question that you can follow, if then else, 1-0, on off. But it's not going to change your mind. You still like him, and I'm going to try to make him be the one because I don't like dating and this and that. No, it would be better if you learned, if you were actually a wife, you dated a man who wanted to be a husband and get married and move on. But that's not what you're doing. You're moving like a modern woman. And I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt being nice. There's also another alternative. Women like you end up getting pregnant on men and trapping them with babies. That's the dark side of this.
I don't want any babies.
You don't want children?
Well, not right now. I don't have anything to give a child.
What do you mean?
I don't feel like I'm ready. I don't have enough to give a child.
I don't understand.
Support as financially. Just the simplest thing I could think about financially. I couldn't take care of a child right now.
So if you were married, you wouldn't want to have a child?
Yeah, of course.
No, of course.
If I was married at this age right now, I would. I would. But I'm single and I'm not married, so I don't want kids.
So you're saying you don't have anything, you don't have enough money to have a child on your own?
Right.
Are you sexually active?
Not recently.
Okay. So ultimately what I'm getting to is 23-year-old men are not ready to be husbands.
I know. I'm waiting.
For him to be ready?
In a sense.
But then he won't pick you.
He won't pick me.
No.
Why would he not pick me, though?
Because he's going to be different when he's ready.
I can understand that.
I don't think you really can. You ladies really believe that you're going to, look, you want to know the truth? If I had him on the phone right now, and you were looking, and you were listening, and he didn't know, and I was just talking to him like a man, say, hey man, you date somebody? Yeah, how you like them? All right, let me ask you. If you had $500 million in the bank, would you pick this woman to deal with? What do you think his answer would be?
Wow.
500 million.
That's a funny thing because we both love money the same way. He would not pick. I would say he wouldn't. He wouldn't. That's a sad question to ask.
It's not a sad question to ask. You're an adult. Grow up. Men are as faithful as their options. You're the best he can do. And vice versa. He's the best you can do. It's not an insult.
Sorry about that.
These are not insults.
Okay.
So the question is, as a young woman, you have a shorter window of time to get it figured out. You don't have time to do something you said earlier. I'm going to wait. Who told you you have time to wait?
I had a plan. I had a plan.
What's that?
You know, I was giving it up until 25 to have like a serious relationship and try this out.
With him?
Yeah. Yes.
What can you learn with him that's going to be of value to another man?
Being by myself.
What can you learn with him?
Mm-hmm.
Trying this out for the next 2 years that's going to be of use to another man?
That's a hard question.
It's not a hard question. The answer is nothing. I'm talking through you right now. You young ladies need to understand this shit. Just because the questions are hard doesn't mean you don't answer them. Grab your ovaries and be a woman. 70 years ago, your grandmother had 2 or 3 kids by this time and her husband. These are hard questions. Well, you're asking for adult shit. You're asking to be a wife. Or do you want to just be a kept woman and a kid that had babies? A man wants a woman who's going to be something to be a benefit. No man wants to hear a woman say these are hard questions. Men want women who have thought about this stuff. Relationships are serious. They're not games. They're not toys.
Right.
So, if you're not going to, I said you don't have time to waste. No young woman has time to waste.
Right.
So why are you saying, I'll just do this and just try it out? Because you don't value your time in, well, whatever reason. This is what I mean. You weren't raised to be a wife. Wives don't move this way. They don't waste their time. They know that this there's an area of time to be doing something.
Okay, I understand.
But you like it, and I want you guys to understand. For some of you guys may think I'm being overly harsh. She's been with him for 6 months. She's this attached to a 23-year-old guy for 6 months. This is a feelings-based situation. Has he seen anyone else?
No. To my knowledge, no.
Do you live in the same city?
We live close, yes.
Close meaning how far, bro? How long?
For 30-minute drive.
Okay. All right. And is he working?
Yes.
Does he have a roommate?
No, he lives by himself.
Where do you live?
Live with my mom.
Your mom and dad?
No, just my mom.
I thought she got married.
No, her sister got married. So I was.
You're raised by your aunt?
Yeah.
Is she still married?
Yes.
Why aren't you living with them?
Because they moved down south and I don't have my driver's license. So it's going to be hard to work while I was.
Why don't you have your driver's license?
I'm not comfortable driving.
You need to grow up. You don't need a man. You need to grow up.
Right.
I live at home with my mommy. I don't drive. I don't have a driver's license.
A permit. I have my permit.
but not comfortable driving. I get it. But you gotta see, this wouldn't sound nearly as bad if you were the 30-year-old man. Because at least he could teach you these things.
But I don't want to be with a 30-year-old man. I don't want to be with them.
You want to
Well,
be
it's not that I don't want them. It's just that
you don't want you to be with, say again.
the ones that approach me, I don't want them.
I don't want to be with a 30-year-old man. I want to do what?
Let me reiterate.
I want to do what you said first. Don't reiterate. Then
I don't want to be with a 30-year-old man.
What'd you say after that?
And I was going to stop myself and then correct myself and say, I don't want to be with the ones that approach me.
What age do you think your husband would be at this age? If you were a wife, what age do you think your husband would be?
He would be around 28, 30, but just the ones that approach me aren't.
No. If you were a wife, you think your husband would be how old? If you were a 100% wife today.
He'll probably be 40.
Don't tell me what you think I want to hear.
I'm saying he'll probably be 40.
But you said, okay, you don't want a 30-year-old. Now you just added 10 years to it.
Because I know I've dated before, so I know the things that I could get from these men, but I just rather not try to do that right now.
Not making any sense, man. Don't try to outthink me. It's not going to work. I'm just saying, you don't want a 30-year-old man, so why would you want a 40-year-old man?
That's the age range that the men that are ready to be married are. That was the question. Because
I asked you how old. I said if you were a wife today, how old would your husband be? You said he'd be 28 to 30. That's the first thing that came out of your mouth. Then you said it again. Then I said, all right, 28 to 30. How would he be? 40.
Okay, so let me just say, generally, just a good man. Age is a thing. I'm grown. I'm 23 years old, so I could choose who I want to be with. I could be with a 60, 80-year-old if I really wanted to be, but it's not common. Like it's not common. I don't run into that. I'm not with those type of people.
It's not a common to what?
That I get those feelings for those type of men. I'm not.
You don't marry a man on feelings. That's why so many black women are single. You marry a man based on character, the ability to provide and protect.
Right.
So many of our women pick men based on looks and tingles. That's why you want somebody who's closer, because he's not going age. What is a 28-year-old going to teach you?
So nothing.
What, 28-year-old is 5 years older than you. See, and I'm doing this, guys, because I want you to understand. I want you to show you how little our women have been taught about men, relationships. So they're picking based on, they're eating dessert first. It's like, oh, I just want to go for what makes me what I like. It's like, well, no, you need to eat nutritious food that's going to have. No. I want to eat cotton candy and candied apples first. What's the oldest man you've ever dated since you dated?
I'm going to say about 40.
Okay. The Nation of Islam, whether you like them or not, there's a formula that floats around the black community saying the best age for a woman for a man is half that man's age plus 7. So, if you're 23, your husband will be what? 33. 33, half of 33 is 32, is 16.2, 16.5 plus 7. Your husband will be about 33 years old.
I did the wrong math, but okay, I'm going to take your word for it.
Half of 33 is 16.5 plus 7, 23 and a half. Half of 32 is 16 plus 7. You can do it 32, 33. But the point of the matter, he's not 28.
Okay. I don't.
So when I sat down and I talked about at the age men should really start looking at marriage, 30 is where you decide whether or not you want to even have a family. But most guys aren't really ready today up till around 35 to do what men need to do and what women want, whether or not women articulate it. What women, especially black women, want a man to do, you need to be in a position to be able to provide.
Right.
How many kids do you want if you had children?
2.
2. Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're married and pregnant with the first child?
No.
Do you want your kids to be able to go to college if they chose to?
Yes.
Would you like to be able to travel nationally and internationally with your family?
Yes.
If you had a daughter, would you want to be able to pay for her wedding?
Yes.
What percentage of the overall family financial load, all of that, travels, trips, vacations, what percentage do you want to have to be responsible for your entire lifetime?
10%.
10%. What state do you live in?
New York.
You're tri-state area in New York City?
Yes. How
much is a man going to need to make to afford an upper-class family in New York City?
a yearly, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Ballpark.
$250,000 a year.
Ma'am, you've already said you want $1 million worth of children.
No, so that's like impossible.
$484,000 are what your children are going to cost you. Middle class children are $243,000.
So I need to get to the millions just to live comfortably.
No, what I'm saying, what you want a man to be able to do, to provide, so you don't have to work when you're pregnant. So you only have to be responsible for 10%, if that. So you can travel nationally, internationally, so your kids can go to college if they want to, so you can pay for a daughter's wedding, so you can have a luxury lifestyle, because that ain't normal. You didn't grow up that way. And your
no,
mom,
I didn't. I did not.
And you think $250,000 will do it? That
no.
Man, $250,000 adjusted in New York is really about $10,000 a month down here. So that tells me you must not make a lot of money, because $250,000 sounds like a lot. And what you're really talking about in New York, because you're talking about a man making around $700,000 to $800,000 a year.
Yeah.
And then we go back to the equation. What percentage of men, black men in particular, make that amount of money? You're talking about 0.1% of men, roughly under 150,000 men total.
Yeah, and I've only dated black men, so I wouldn't know anything else besides that.
So, if that's the lifestyle you want to have, how do you have any time to waste? Because this guy can't afford that. He cannot afford it.
Not yet.
When do men hit their financial stride?
I don't think that.
45 to 55. See, we've told women in general, black men in particular, that they want men who are damn near millionaires, or at least earning 300,000+, and they want them when they're early 20s. And you know what they're judging men based off? Basketball players, football players, musicians, entertainers. You're not judging based off of business.
Because for a regular woman that's not in the business field or corporate field, it's hard to get in contact with those men that you really want. So we settle for what we see.
But they don't want, but they want something too. You could want them, but do they want you, or women like you're talking about?
Wow. I mean, everybody's not gonna want me, but majority.
These men want. What do you think these men want?
They want somebody that's like easy to talk to, maybe somebody that knows something. Just like a friend, but
no.
nice
Wife is a job title. See, there's a misconception that men with money just want beautiful bobbleheads. No. You're going to be married to a man that has that kind of money and that kind of responsibility. You're going to have to be a sharp woman.
Right.
Your name is going to be on the insurance policy, the deed, in case of emergency. And there's this whole notion with younger women that these guys just want a woman who's pretty and inspires them and just fun to talk to. Talk to about what?
That's true. It's not that much to talk about after you get to the basics.
That's my point, man. And this is what I mean by being raised to be a wife. The conversation I'm having with you is stuff that should have been taught to our women earlier. So you can come in the door providing value. If you were to find a man like this, if he were to choose to marry you, you'd be learning on the job.
But like, he's not perfect. Like, you know, he wouldn't be the perfect husband. Don't you think? Like,
he's not perfect. He's better than you. He's worth more than you. You're average. He's not. See, that's what women don't like. They don't like it when I say that. When you got an average woman, average education, cute, y'all are, there are thousands and thousands of women like you. I'm in Atlanta and I see beautiful women every day. Women that, you know, how tall are you?
5'7".
Your size?
4.
Yeah. In Atlanta, not uncommon. There's 17 to 1 black women every day. And in New York City, there's even more. There's a lot of women of all types. And my thing is, you all have vaginas, you all have breasts, you all have the orifices that we like. But what are you? Just all female. What makes you different than this model or that model or this model? But he is special. He's rare. Who's more rare, the kind of man you want or a woman like yourself?
The kind of man I want.
So that does make him special. That does make him damn near perfect.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But you're saying that after I reframed it. And the problem is that many of you ladies, because you're so privileged and entitled, you think you have been made to believe that you're equal to this man.
That's the thing. I feel like as me growing to be a wife or already being a wife, I think I know that in a sense from your content and in a sense that my place is kind of below or behind a man. But me being the woman that I am, I have to get comfortable with saying that.
You have to be what?
I have to get comfortable with saying that.
Well, you got to get comfortable with saying it. There were girls who've been saying this since they were 3. That's why I say, why does a man who has thousands of women to pick from and women who are trained to be wives have to pick a wife, a woman who has to get comfortable with what she was trained to be? Why would you do that? Why would you, if you were going to, let's take it completely out of relationships, okay? Let's make it pet ownership. If you could get a pedigree pet who was already trained and housebroken as a pup, and then you got this shelter dog who has a heart of gold but needs to learn everything. You're already a busy person. Which pet do you pick?
They're gonna pick the
one that's already ready to go.
Yeah.
Because a wife is a job duty. When women used to get married, they understood what it meant to be a wife. So on the day you get married, you consummate your marriage, and the next day you get to work. You already cleaning, cooking, basic household chores, tending to your man. Today, women don't know the basic stuff and don't even really come with the willing spirit to learn.
Right.
Today, you're just like being hip to the concept that you got to do something other than have sex with us. So you're having to get comfortable with saying stuff, and I'm like, that's the easiest thing to do, but that just shows you how far women like you are away. Saying it don't mean shit. A dude can tell you going to build your mansion,
Well, I'm better in person personally. Like, I'm a better in person type of person.
It has nothing to do with you personally. We're having a conversation about you and about women in general. But my point is, you were raised as an average woman. You weren't raised to be a wife.
Okay.
Uh, you weren't raised to be a wife, and I'm not talking to a wife.
Okay. No arguments there.
There shouldn't be, because of anybody who knows better between you and I, you may never, you're not there. Could you marry an average man?
Yeah, I could marry an average.
Could you submit to an average man like you would submit to an above average man, a rich man? Could you submit to a guy who's making $40,500, $41,000 a year, who works at the MTA, and have his 2 kids, and put him in PS 1832, and you got to work 40 hours a week, and he got to work 40 hours a week? There ain't no trips internationally. There are no 2-week vacations.
And I'm his wife?
Yes. There's just work. There's work, paycheck to paycheck. Kids go to public school. There's no fancy restaurants.
No.
No. Can you afford that right now?
I could do an average guy.
For a lifetime.
For a lifetime.
Remember the show Everybody Hates Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Could you live like that? No.
But yes, I could. She wasn't working. She didn't have to work.
But see, that's the whole point. She wasn't working. That was in the 70s, but that was an average lifestyle. You got to work and live at that level.
With no trips, like, no Disney.
Can you afford? No. Can you afford it? You know how much Disney costs?
It's expensive.
Can you afford Disney?
No.
So if you can't afford it on your own, why do you get it when you're married? Tell me.
You're right.
No, but I'm asking. I know I'm right, but I'm having a conversation. Why do women like
it's treats. It's treats for it's gifts.
It's an expense. And what I'm saying is, as a single woman who earns what you earn, you got to live within your means, okay? Yeah. But when a man comes along, why do women like yourself feel like that he should be able to pay for all this stuff? That's why I say, guys, you're going to have to be able to pay for the world because that's what they expect. But they can't afford it themselves.
But I would date an average man.
But there are no trips to Disney. I didn't go to Disney.
Well, if that's the case, then no, because that's what I'm used to as of me right now. I cannot belittle my standards for somebody. I can't. I've been on trips. I've been places. Like, that's a small aspect of the thing.
Excuse me. Did you pay for those trips?
No.
What the French toast are you talking about?
But I'm not accustomed to.
Excuse me. You were a child.
Guys, I think this is really ridiculous. We have a lady right here talking about Disney that her parents has been paying for her, and she thinks that that's her reality, and she goes on to say she cannot reduce her lifestyle to accommodate or to be with a guy. It's just one of the craziest things to say, because you cannot afford it yourself. So that's not your reality. It's just your parents spoiling you with some money. And that's not your reality. But going all out to say, I cannot reduce my lifestyle, and just having the mindset that she can get this 24-year-old man that is working legally, doing some drugs or something like that. For guys that are doing drug at 24, they can be able to pay for these things. If you have this mentality, why are you in the spaces with guys that are working, that are 23, 24-year-old guys? It would have made sense to me if she was into guys that are in their 40s. That would have made sense, innit? Because A guy that is in that age range is having resources. Though, I mean, it's still stupid to say something like that, but it will really make sense if you are making these type of demands from these type of guys. But you already with a guy that is 24-year-old, right? And to have in your mindset that, oh, he must be able to pay for Disney. And just for the simple fact that your parents has been taking you there, that's your reality. It's crazy. And these are the women that put pressure on men. This is average looking woman thinking that she deserves, whatever she just felt like she deserved. And she's still a kid. The way she speaks, I don't feel comfortable driving, and all these things tells you that this lady is still a kid with, high taste in her mouth. These Instagram models and OF models have put something in these young women mind or in their mindset that they just can just have any kind of standard that they just want, and that's their reality. No. I mean, a man that is even worth that amount of money would not even be dealing with a lady that speaks like a child, a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, or just something like that. It is crazy. And you wonder why women like herself end up at 30, 40 single. And they're miserable. This is the mindset. And it's only going to get worse because these things are the things that flashes in front of modern women. And they actually think that that's their reality, which is not. Let's continue with the content, guys.
See, guys, that's why I wanted to get you. Don't be confused by the sweet tone and the cute face. She's just as modern as the rest of them.
I consider myself
Stop. If a man can't pay for her to do what her mommy and daddy did, or not her mommy and daddy, your aunt and her husband, when you were a kid, you know why they could afford to do that? Because she got married. Did she do it for you when she was unmarried?
No, we didn't.
No. Your mama didn't do it. So I want you to understand. You expect someone who came from a mom who didn't raise her, your aunt did, and your aunt couldn't afford a luxury lifestyle. She provided for you. She roof over your head, food in your stomach. But then when she got married, there were two people living in a house, and they could afford little luxuries from time to time.
Right.
You were fortunate to even get that, and you're an only child. See, women have been told that men are utilities. Okay?
So if
a man was making average money, $40,500, and you had to live in everybody loves Chris life, but you had to work just as hard as he had to work. Would you get married?
No.
Or then die alone?
Well, then it's I feel like then he should want more for himself.
Yeah, he wants something. Yeah, he's gonna live in peace by himself. That's why I don't have any problem looking women like you in the face and tell you, go to the cemetery by yourself. Quickly. Get out of the dating market and leave men alone.
I think that's what
No, it's not, because you basically reduced a man to, if I gotta work just as hard by myself with him, he ain't worth nothing. You're not looking at the fact that he will be with He will be with you through life. He will be the father of your children. You have someone to work with. I want you guys to understand. You guys a lot of you guys are like, you're being a little harsh, because I know what I read from people. You have basically reduced a man down to a wallet. Tell me I'm wrong. You have the floor.
I mean, I feel like you're wrong. I really have a connection with the person I'm talking to, and it's not on like a monetary basis.
I'm not talking about, don't try to backpedal with the person you're spoken to. We're talking about the example, the scenario. I just said, if you had to, okay, why do you feel like you should not have to work hard as hard as a white as you do as a single woman? Make that make sense.
Because without a so without a canvas, I can't paint anything. I can't, I have nothing to
Talk to me like I'm poor. Don't use metaphors. Just, you got to work to pay rent, put a roof over your head in New York. As a single woman, one day you will.
Right.
And if you had to do the same thing with a man, that's just too much. You'd rather do it by your. Make it make sense.
I wouldn't want to work as hard as I would if I was single. I wouldn't want to work as hard as I would have to if I was with someone.
Okay, let me explain why this is dumb in our community too. These are the same women who talk about how educated they are and they're entrepreneurs, but yet they think owning a business is just filing an LLC or S corp is the key to wealth. Not realizing that working for yourself is the hardest thing you can ever do. Working for somebody else is easier. Relationships are signing up for more work.
I know that.
Well, then why the hell do you think if being single has a workload of here, a relationship by its definition has a workload of this?
It's the emotional toll that the relationship takes on women that may be a different
emotional toll. What do you mean?
Men, they act like monogamous, like loyalty wise. A man could be with multiple females, dating multiple females, and a woman like myself could only want to be with one guy, and knowing that guy is with other women, it takes an emotional toll on you, especially when you feel as though you have to be loyal, and a guy that's not expected of a guy. I wouldn't expect me this age. I wouldn't expect the guy to be loyal.
Excuse me. So what I think I'm hearing you say is being married means I got to be faithful to him, but he's going to cheat.
No, I'm saying before the marriage.
I'm not before the marriage. I'm talking. You say the emotional toll a man takes on you, and we're talking about a marriage. What's the emotional toll a man takes on you in marriage? You immediately went to infidelity.
Well, I was just giving an example, but it's a lot of other things that somebody can do.
Okay, well then what else?
They could be unresponsive, dismissive, rude, a slob. Like it's a lot of things that you could fall in love with somebody, and everything that they could do could just be upsetting, and you have to take that with the good and bad.
Mm-hmm. And then what about your unresponsive, rude, slob ass?
I don't think I'm really attentive.
Oh yeah. See, this is what they do, gentlemen. It's always the man that's the emotional toll, but they are all sunshine and daffodils to deal with. Every man that had a woman, and y'all are bitches when you want to be. 100% of marriages are initiated by men. 80% of divorces are initiated by women. You want something, then you leave it. And then the way you talk about it is, well, if I'm going to get married, the emotional toll. So you'll have an emotional toll as a wife, but he has no emotional toll as a husband.
I didn't say that, but
Well, then make it make sense, because that's what it sounds to me like you said. That's why all our hearts are going up, because that's what they heard.
I understood why they would think
that. Is there
that,
a disadvantage? Is it more advantageous for a man to have a wife or a wife to have a husband? Who gets the better end of that deal?
I guess it's better for the woman.
I'm asking you, because the way you're talking about it, the woman gets the short end of the stick. Because a man's working over here. You got an apartment or a flat, and you working as a single woman. He got an apartment or a flat, he working as a single man. Y'all both work y'all's lives until you die.
Well, if
you choose to be together and get married, you live together, but you still got to go to work. But then you got somebody in life with you. And then you can choose to have children. And you got to both manage that. But to you, the way you're talking about it is, that's increasing my workload, because over here it's just a job. But now it's over here, I got a job, plus kids, plus a husband.
And what is the plus for the husband? What is the plus that's added on to him?
I'm asking you, man. That's what you put out there.
Right. So I only can account for what I can do. I don't know his responsibilities. He can tell me his problems, but personally he doesn't have to put his weight of his responsibilities on me. I take care of what I have to, and he take care of what
So
he
then
has
that's what.
to.
So man, that's what I mean. Lazy. Modern women are lazy. Men in relationships are supposed to be fun. This is why I've been focusing on self-awareness and the mindset. Man, you have described marriage as not like it's not a serious thing. This is like childbirth is life or death. Raising children is life or death. It's a serious thing.
Okay, I misheard what you said, but I caught on to it.
But no, but you described having a husband as an emotional toll and this and that. Well, then you should stay single, or even better, date a woman.
I don't.
No, then there won't be any emotional toll.
but but that's what my personality though. With me being sensitive and or like me being sensitive or
So do men cause pain?
No.
Then why are you describing men as bringers of pain?
Because you asked me a certain question, then I had to
I
answer.
asked you if you have to work just as hard as a single woman as a married woman, would you want to be married? You said no, and the first thing you said was because of the emotional toll a man takes on you. I listened very well.
Yes, and with emotional toll, I want to include the fact that you are almost like an assistant. You are almost like an everything to this man. You replace a lot of things that he uses. When you
Such
get
as,
to, such as a calendar,
we need to be more back there.
such as a calendar, such as an alarm clock, an iron. Like, I mean, you turn into the person that transports his laundry from the laundry. Like, it's the little things that we have to pick up on just to make your life simpler that you may not even notice.
Mm-hmm. And what does he do for you?
Whatever he feels like.
Oh.
I can't tell someone
Hold
what
on,
to do
stop.
for me.
Stop. Women everywhere seem to want. So why do you want to be married if that's what a man comes with? All these tasks and so forth.
Because I love men. I'm not.
I don't. Oh, but what do you love about them?
That they're men. I love men for being men, and I love the sex. I love sex with men.
That's a man, and then what else?
I can only speak on the one that I'm with, but I like, hugging him. I like being with him. I like
remove all. Okay, you get physical intimacy and affection. Then what?
Their brain, like you guys' mind and the way you perceive things. Like I'm a woman myself, so I know.
What does that do for you though?
It gives me a different outlook on the world.
That means he's doing something and you got to go over and pick his brain.
Not all the time.
Oh, so you got to iron something, but he has to give you a different point of view on something. Sounds like he's putting in stuff too. What else?
But that's like conversational. Everybody wants a conversation. Nobody
wants. You don't
want
to talk to your ass.
I know.
See, this is what I meant by female superiority. Women think what the fuck they do is so valuable, so special, and what it should be valued in platinum and diamonds, and what men do is in bronze and copper. This has been one of the most insightful conversations because as cute as you are and as soft-spoken, you are just as modern as any other. You don't think highly of men other than what men can do for you.
I like men. I don't think that.
Ma'am, I didn't say you, and here's the thing. I don't think you're being malicious. This is just how you were raised. It's the mindset. Do you think you have spoken about men in a way you would like your son to hear himself being spoken about?
No.
Then that's all it is, man. It's not me. Why should men be excited and look forward to marrying women like you who speak like this? I think that's a fair question.
Well, they'll have to find out.
That's bullshit. Unresponsive. No, that's unacceptable. I asked, why should men be excited or look forward to marrying women who talk and think like this? And men he just gotta roll the dice and find out.
We take a lot of risks with you men.
Like what? There's so many you can't name them.
I can't name any right now.
No, you said we take a lot of risks. Granted, name one. Name three.
What if you can't? Well, okay, this is kind of like touchy or whatever, but if you can't just let go of your mom, like being a mama's boy, sometimes that could just be an annoyance, a nuisance.
Sure. Next.
Being lazy, but then that's just all around. That could be another person. I just don't want to say men, but
Okay.
I don't know.
Man, you're an educated woman who can do what you want at 23. I can marry this, and you said we take a lot of risks with you men.
I don't think I can name another one. You wanted me to name three.
No, ma'am. I just want I want you as an adult woman who can do what she wants to do. Stand by what comes out of your mouth.
Right.
You said we take a lot of risks with you men. Name them. Because I can name the ones we take with you. When men marry, 100%, nearly 100% of marriages are initiated by men. We propose. You don't. You accept. 80% of divorce actions are initiated by women. When divorces happen, 90+% of the time, women get the children. Men lose their pension. Men are in a weakened financial position. They can lose pension, property, future earnings, all kinds of things. This does not happen to women in the same numbers. This is less than 10% of the time. When a woman ends up paying a man, it's national news. Women get the children. Women get the property. They get spousal support. They get alimony. And they get the social credit. I've been married, divorced, it didn't work. Men, so if the situation were reversed, would you want to get married? If you as a woman had to pay the potential cost that men have to pay?
As far as
we don't, when divorce happens, you guys initiate 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. That means you can cheat on your husband with his brother, get pregnant with his child, and still get the house, the pension, retirement, property, and the kid. And he has to pay child support for the kid he already had with you.
That's crazy.
You could initiate infidelity, and men have to pay. You know that's true. Would you want to get married? Would you want to roll the dice, like you said, to find out?
No, I wouldn't.
So why are you so flippant in talking about what men should do? When what men have to do dealing with women like you who have not thought about who we are as men, you don't know what we want, you don't know how to serve us, you don't know how to be around us, we got to just figure it out. See, this is what I mean. Y'all aren't serious women. Y'all just, because you have no cost. Today, there's no consequence to being a woman. We'll just try it, see what happens. If not, I'll just get a divorce and I'll get some child support. You're not, and what I'm saying, man, is what I said at the beginning. You may be cute, you may be soft-spoken, but you're not a wife. You're a modern woman. Modern women make horrible wives. It's not because you're bad people. It's because of your mindset. Men are something to be feared or used. From the time you're a little girl, what were you told about men? Boys. They nasty, they dirty, they don't do this, watch out, and so forth, or even older men. Or they do stuff for you. What were you taught that you were supposed to do for a man?
Cook. I was told to cook for a man.
Did you cook for your? Did you cook for your stepfather, whatever his title was?
Yeah. I've seen my aunt cook. I've seen.
Did you cook for him?
No.
Don't just say something because you know I'm gonna dig into it.
No, I did not cook.
So what man did you serve?
I served an ex of mine.
Okay. So when I said, what were you taught to do for a man? And there was no man in the house. You did nothing for him. See the cooking. What was your aunt's husband? What's Ralph? What was Ralph's favorite meal?
I'm not even sure.
Oh, okay. You only had 10 years with him, right there, man. How long?
They were married for like 8 years.
Mm-hmm. And you were there the entire 8 years, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you don't know what his favorite meal is.
No, but that's not my husband.
But I bet you he paid for stuff for you, didn't he?
But that's not my husband.
That's not the fucking question. I bet he paid for you like you were his biological daughter.
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yes, the answer is yes.
Don't play with me when you start talking about what men do. It'll get bad real quick. So when it was your birthday or something, Ralph had to pitch in to make sure little princess got what she wanted, whether it was perfect or not. He had to put in. You don't even know what the man who would have been your daddy's favorite meal was. And you gonna tell me you were taught to serve a man? Let's toast out of here. I'm dead ass serious. Don't get confused with the sweet sound of voices.
And guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. More respect on the legend Kevin Samuels. This guy was fantastic. If you hate him or not, you love him. I think you should be giving him his flowers for what he has achieved when it comes to this type of conversation. And I think we needed Kevin Samuels the most in these eras. I mean, today's time, it's really worse than he was alive. So I think that gives us more and more reason to be reviewing his content so that a lot of men will be able to learn so much watching his content. Because like it or not, some of these things that we do see when he's interacting with these women on his show, I think we kind of sometimes get freaked out with certain answers or certain things that women will do say on this platform and certain behaviors that we just did not know about women. Now, let's talk about this lady. I think if we are all being honest, when this lady came into the conversation, she speaks so mild. Don't get me wrong, I'm just building a point, right? She speaks so mild, she looks so so kind of feminine, kind of someone that can easily get along with you. That's the perception you get when you're watching this lady speaks and all that, right? And that's why Kevin Samuels was talking about do not let their mild tones that they use or the way they speak, the way they act in these type of live shows deceive you, right? Or when you come across them and you want to have an interaction with them, do not let the softwares that they will use kind of deceive you into thinking that they are the real right people for you to be in a relationship with, right? When I started, I just thought she's just a confused lady that is looking for someone that is genuine so that they can be in a relationship or something like that. I didn't know that she has a fantasy in the head that, oh, my parents has been taking me to Disney. A trip that you don't pay for has now become part of her standard. And she's not willing to take that away to get a black man. And if you're a man watching this and you're not surprised, I don't know what else can make you surprised. She's been fun to go on Disney. And now as a black man coming in with her, to be in a relationship with her, that has to be part of your, your bills. It's mandatory because she did not just say, oh, if I happen to get a man that can give me something like that, I'll be grateful. And like we always say as guys, not trying to always hate on these women, I think it is good to be expecting something better out of a relationship. And when it comes to women's side, it's always the monetary aspect that they are mostly focusing on. So it's okay to be looking for someone to have money to be able to take care of you in case of any emergency. He can be able to step in because he got money. It's good, and no one is saying should not do that or it's bullshit or something like that. Though it is in a way bullshit, especially when these type of women put it this way across, it kind of sounds kind of bullshit in our ears. But what I'm trying to say is you gotta let whatever expectations you have on a man or in a relationship expecting on the opposite gender should be rooted in reality. This lady has shown that she is the typical definition of what we call delusion. I mean, on what grounds? And she even said something that also caught my attention. And I think pretty much most of you are laughing in the comment section and you going crazy in the comment section for what she said about she don't want anything to do with older men. I mean, more that men that are mature that has resources. She's looking for resources, but she don't know where or at what age men typically hit their financial strive. Because you wouldn't be following a 24-year-old boy with this kind of expectation in her heart. Because let's be honest. Who honestly say when this lady said she's dating a 24-year-old that she's in love with and she don't want to leave him because she's deeply in love with him? Who kind of imagined that this lady is having this high taste? And that high taste is expected on this young 24-year-old guy that is currently in a relationship with him. Sorry, with her rather. It is crazy. How do men make this amount of money at that very young age? Or is it that women kind of think that, okay, because college is now very common within people, making money is that easy? Is that how they see it? If that was to be the case, most black men are educated, had college degrees, and they should be doing well financial than black men because black women are the most enrolled, and they are also earning lower than black men. So that school shit that people kind of think that once there is college that is available to everyone making money, it's really that easy, or the statistics that we got going on for this country has changed just because of the simple fact that colleges, computers, smartphones kind of exist nowadays. It make kind of the world change or something. No, it's still the same. It really is. You best believe that it's the same. And if you are looking for a man that is going to provide, like Kevin was saying, I don't think I mean, as an intelligent lady, you should not be dealing with a man that is less than 30 years old. I'm not saying we don't have guys that make it in less than 30. We have guys that have even make it at around 18, 17, regardless of what they do, whether drag or whatever the case is. That's not the point. The point is the person has succeeded. So if not those type of people, how is a man going to make this amount of money that is going to take you on a yearly basis Disney and pay for your tickets and everything? I mean, this is like black women are not looking for husbands. Let me just be honest and truthful when it comes to this thing. They are not looking for husbands. They are looking for suckers. They are looking for someone that is just going to be paying bills. They are looking for money, not love or relationship. That's not what they're looking for. And that is why oftentimes when these women come into this conversation, when they ask the kind of men that they wanted, they all want the high value men, and you wonder why. So nobody right now believe in getting along with someone to build with. Now, most black women don't believe in those things. And it's not like the man has fault or something. It's not like that. It is just the simple fact that women are kind of deluded and kind of detached from reality so much that we have it. It's just funny, man. And this lady can trick a man into committing to her very easily because of the way she speaks and the way she kind of, because throughout the whole conversation, let's be honest, let's give her credit for that. She has never been combative throughout the whole conversation, never been disrespectful throughout the whole video. So let's give her that, right? But I can even say it's part of the plan. It's part of trying to act for you to believe that she's feminine or she's someone that can easily get along with a man. But like Kevin Samuels was talking about, it is just all a game plan. Do not allow those things to deceive you. As a black man myself, through his show, I've seen certain things. Though I kind of experienced those things, most of those things, in real life. But I think his show has given me so much when it comes to the female nature and how to act around them and with their behaviors, what it really explains and who they are. Guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy the content, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. We upload them on the daily basis, so make sure you are subscribed to. Catch you in the next one. I'm out and peace.